My name is Dr. Lemuel Gulliver. Like all scientists, I'm quite curious about the world, and it's this curiosity that led me to embark on a great sea voyage. As I'm not a sailing man, I had to find a crew. So it was that I made the acquaintance of Captain Montrose and his first mate, Carter.
Just smelling that sea air again makes my heart race, Carter.
Yes, sir. She's looking seaworthy, wouldn't you say so, Captain?
Yes, indeed. Come. Now, let's be certain everything's shipshape.
Our passenger should be arriving any moment, Captain.
Ah, yes. I must say I was quite surprised to receive Dr. Gulliver's letter requesting he travel with us. I thought scientists were only interested in things that swam in test tubes. The Antelope is proud to have a gentleman of his caliber aboard. Mighty proud. There's one thing I'm not mighty proud of. Raphael, do you hear me? Don't break one more thing, young man.
Aye, aye, Captain Montrose. You can count on me.
Hey, look where you're going, kid.
Watch it!
Hey, somebody turn on the light!
Easy now.
Won't somebody let me out of here? Gee, thanks a lot, mister.
The name's Gulliver. Dr. Lemuel Gulliver, and you're very welcome.
If I had broken another telescope, the captain would have roared.
Maybe you should give the captain a little more credit. After all, we older men were young boys once. I'm sure the captain hasn't completely...
Raphael, you useless bucket of bilge water! I want you off my ship! What is it that makes you want to knock over our guests? You must be the esteemed Dr. Gulliver.
Don't worry about me, Captain. I was only concerned for the boy.
And there is certainly a great deal to be concerned about. You see, Doctor, our Raphael is an accident just waiting to happen. To happen, and happen, and happen, and happen. Now put down that telescope before you break another one.
When his hands are free, I could use some help with my bags, but only if you can spare him for a little while.
I can do better than that. I can spare little Raphael forever. Is there something wrong with your ears? You heard the man request your services. Now go to his carriage and get his luggage. I tell you, Dr. Gulliver, your luggage is about to travel on a dangerous journey in the hands of Raphael. If that boy makes it to the carriage and back, it'll be a miracle. That's enough of this foolishness. Now get on with it, boy. And what is so funny, Quigley? You find other people's misfortune humorous? Let's get back to work now. If you will, please prepare to sail, Mr. Carter, straight away.
Aye, aye. Straight away, Captain.
Now then, Dr. Gulliver, once we set sail, we'll have some time to get better acquainted.
I have the bag, sir.
Raphael will show you to your cabin, Doctor.
Thank you.
Right this way, Doctor.
And no disasters, please, Raphael.
Aye, aye, sir. Almost there. It's right over here.
Raphael? Raphael! Huh? Raphael! Are you okay?
How'd you like my falling down the stairway trick, Doctor?
Yeah, it's great. Maybe you can teach me to do that sometime. Looks like fun.
Yeah, it was a real crack-up.
Now let's say we get to my room.
Right down these stairs.
Head on. And so our journey began, as did my friendship with the very delightful young cabin boy. Raphael would prove to be an excellent companion for my trip. Better, I dare say, than the blustering Captain Ambrose R. Montrose.
Once we're past Land's End and well into the Atlantic, we'll set a southwesterly course heading for the Canary Islands over here. Well, they were here. Where could they have gone to?
May I turn the map around for you, sir? There.
Oh. Of course, some dunderhead has switched my charts. Now, where could they have put them? They're probably back on my shelf. I can't wait to get my hands on the culprit, Doctor, who I'm sure is that sniveling Raphael.
Now, don't you think you might be a bit hard on the boy, Captain?
Not at all.
Surely everything that happens on this ship can't be Raphael's fault. That would be impossible.
Impossible? I'll show you impossible. That young man has torn sails, broken compasses, destroyed the ship's wheel not once, but on 2 different occasions, sir. He has tossed out fresh food thinking it was garbage. Let's see. He set fire to the galley making coffee. How else can I make it clear? That boy has caused more havoc than any hurricane that ever cursed the high seas.
Perhaps Raphael isn't meant to be on a ship, Captain.
He's a menace on land as well. Since you show such an interest in the boy, perhaps I should tell you about Raphael. You see, his father is an old friend of mine. Before destroying everything in their home, he begged me to take Raphael away for a while, and now I'm stuck with him.
Well, I, for one, think it's quite noble of you to share your experience so generously with the boy, Captain.
Yes, well, I may be a kind-hearted man, Dr. Gulliver, but take my advice. You don't want to get too close to that hurricane. Now, let's get back down to business, shall we?
All right.
Let's see. Here's the map. Now, first, we will head off for the Canary Islands, and do pray for good weather all the way.
Now I just have to get this tray to the captain in one piece, and he'll say, "Oh, what a great cabin boy you are, Raphael." Good evening, Mr. Ames. How are you?
Oh, fine, fine. Tell me when you pass, boy.
Gosh, everyone's afraid to be around me now when I'm carrying things, so I'm just gonna have to prove all of them wrong. Only a few more steps. Okay, Mr. Ames, it's safe to come out now.
I don't want to be around when you drop the captain's supper.
Don't worry, I'm not going to drop it. Huh? Oh, 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 oh. Whoa. That was a close one. What do you know? I made it. A rat! Ah! Ah! Oh, just when I thought I made it. Oh!
What's all the commotion about? Raphael?
No need to worry about me, sir. I wasn't hurt at all.
You will be by the time I get through with you.
Is everything all right?
Everything out here is perfectly fine. How are things in there, Doctor? You're looking a bit under the weather.
I guess it's the rocking back and forth of the ship.
After a while, it'll rock you right to sleep. Raphael, take Dr. Gulliver up to the deck and give him a blast of fresh night air. And ask Cook to send me down some supper and clean up this mess you made.
Aye, aye, Captain Montrose. Gosh, I'm sure sorry you're not feeling well, Dr. Gulliver.
What a waste.
Okay, Dr. Gulliver, right this way.
Whoa! You ought to look where you're going.
I'm always looking, Doctor, but I still fall.
I feel much better already.
There's nothing like a little sea air to blow a person's troubles over. Whoa, whoa, That's twice you saved my life in one day, Dr. Gulliver.
Gentlemen, best you go below now. Could be a storm brewing. Only seen it like this one time. Looks like we're in for a nor'wester, all right.
Come on, Doctor. Looks like we better go below.
What's a nor'wester, Raphael?
Oh, it's a storm that comes from the northwest. The worst kind of storm.
It's no use, Captain. We can't steady the wheel. I'm afraid we're going to lose the ship, sir. The main mast is breaking.
Somehow fate was merciful. I washed up onto a distant shore, lying unconscious for hours. At last I awoke to the most extraordinary event of my life.
He's waking up, Dr. Flim. We're just in time.
Of course we're just in time, thanks to my expert calculations. I simply computed the time required to complete the task before the specimen would regain consciousness. Simple mathematics, you see.
I'm in no position to ask, but would someone be kind enough to tell me where I am?
You are in Lilliput.
Huh?
And I am the inventor of the oxystrand.
And what might that be?
That is what's binding your body, Giant. Or should I say your giant body? See, the oxystrand is too strong for you to escape.
Thanks for the greeting. Now set me free!
Stop right there. I am Dr. Flim, do you hear?
I truly cannot move, Doctor.
Not bound with oxystrand alloy threads, you can't.
Quite a discovery. Congratulations, Dr. Flim. They've remarkable tensile strength.
No, impossible. How could a beast like you comprehend a term such as tensile strength?
Because I'm also a scientist, Dr. Flim, allow me to introduce myself, Lemuel Gulliver.
You expect me to believe you are a scientist? And a great artist, too, I suppose.
Huh? What is that horrible racket?
My wife.
Whoa there.
It's true, Folia.
Amazing!
Fosla, my dear, how many times have I told you not to bother me while I'm working? Now get back in the carriage and go home so I can do my job.
This is more than work, Flynn. Can't you see it's a monumental discovery?
Yes, Mother's right. Oh, Father the King will have to knight you when he discovers you've captured your very own giant.
Knight him? That's preposterous. Oh, Folia, you're still such a silly, silly girl. Really? The king will insist on making your father a duke. Of course, dear, that will make me a duchess.
And what will that make me? Of course, a duckling!
That makes you the daughter of the royal duke and duchess of Lilliput.
But I want to have my own title! Promise me I will have my own title, Father.
Will you please stop fighting long enough for me to figure out what I'm going to do with the giant now that I've discovered him?
You'll do nothing!
General Snorkel, what an unexpected pleasure, sir.
Footman, my staff step stool. Good day to you, Dr. Flim. Now, man, stand aside and let the military take its rightful possession of the prisoner.
That is a specimen belonging to science.
Wrong. This creature is a threat, and I intend to take care of it, Doctor. Have the giant removed to the rock quarry.
Yes, sir!
But my husband's the one who discovered him!
That's true, and I assure you he has the military's gratitude.
You can keep your silly gratitude. I want to be a royal duckling!
You're certain the giant can't break loose, Captain Tiny?
Absolutely certain, General Snorkel. Those oxystrands were fastened down one by one, sir.
Good work. You are to commence with Operation Transport.
Dr. Flim seemed rather upset that we took charge of the giant, sir.
Flim? Who cares what Flim says?
For the darn thing, you get a once-in-a-lifetime chance to present something wonderful to the king, and you let that bully General Snorkel take it right away from you.
You're right, Fosla.
You probably would have had a promotion and more money.
But I am already the director of scientific studies, and we do live in this lovely house. It isn't as if we weren't doing well, Fosla.
I'll be the one who decides if we're doing well, Flim.
That giant could have made us really important, Daddy. And if you had more money, then I'd be in the stores right now buying all new clothes instead of wearing the same ball gowns to the castle party.
Yes, Folia, my love, everything you both say is true. But if that giant is truly a man of science, then a great injustice has been done.
Oh, please, Lieutenant Minnie, won't you let me speak to the giant for 1 minute?
Oh, Folia, that giant man is a prisoner and I'm responsible for him.
And I thought you wanted to take me to the harvest ball at the castle next week.
You mean you'd really go to the harvest ball with me if I let you talk to the giant?
Oh, well, of course I would, Minnie. You know I've always liked you, don't you?
I guess it wouldn't hurt for you to talk to him for a second. You want me to come protect you?
Father's oxystrands will keep him tied up. You can run along now, Minnie. I'll let you know when I'm finished. Are you really a scientist?
Yes, but what difference does it make?
It matters a lot to my father, and if it matters a lot to him, then it matters a lot to me, Mr. Giant.
I don't know how that can help me.
Well, I do.
What are you doing there?
I'm releasing the oxystrands.
I don't know what that sound was, but I better investigate.
We'll have to think of a place to hide you fast. General Snorkel thinks you're dangerous, and there's no telling what he will do. You're not dangerous, are you, Giant?
My friends call me Gulliver.
We'd better get you out of town, Gulliver, and take you to a secret place I know of. Let's go.
Lead the way, Folia.
I have to go and report Foley as a traitor to Lilliput. There goes our date!
Fosla had better be able to take us to that secret hiding place.
Fosla, are you sure you know where Folia's secret hiding place is?
Yes, Flim, I told you I know exactly where to find Folia. Can't you make this journey a little smoother? I can't wait till I get my hands on that girl.
General Snorkel, I really don't know why my daughter would do such a thing, but I would appreciate a moment alone with the giant once we catch up to them. I think
The military will handle this now.
that's exactly what I'm worried about.
There are dozens of canyons like this in Lilliput, Gulliver. No one will find us here. It would take General Snorkel and his army at least 100 years to find this canyon. And even then, I don't think anyone would be able to find where my hiding place is.
I appreciate all your help, Folia, but I can't stay in here forever.
You won't. I'm sure the king will agree to meet with you after my mother and I tell him what a nice man you are. And my mother can be very persuasive.
Yes, I have heard her.
Everything's going to turn out just perfect, Gulliver. You'll see.
Fosla, are you certain this is your daughter's secret hiding place?
Yes, I am positive this is the right place, you big boob. Do you suppose I enjoy bouncing around in this royal discomfort you call a carriage?
Captain, have the men circle the canyon and cut off all possible escape routes. Yes?
Flim, sir.
What? Flim, come back here, you traitor! He's gone to warn the giant. We have a whole family of traitors.
How dare you call my husband a traitor? I'll show you who's a traitor, Snorkel. Take that and that!
Madam!
Well, you better get home before... Huh?
Folia!
Father, what are you doing here?
No time for an explanation, Folia. General Snorkel's army is following right behind me, and they'll be here any moment. You have to climb out of the canyon.
Thank you. I won't forget either one of you.
We won't forget you,
Now,
Gulliver.
tell me what possessed you to help that giant escape, Folia.
Well, Father, at first I did it because I was so angry General Snorkel tried to steal your discovery from you. But when I got to know Gulliver better, I don't think he's such a bad man at all.
Yes, I think I know what you mean, Folia. And I agree.
Huh? What's that?
Go on, get away from us, you beast. Go back where you came from.
Yeah, shoo, go, get out of here.
He came back.
You leave my friends alone now, here?
Dr. Gulliver, you single-handedly saved my daughter. How could I ever thank you, sir? Huh?
Uh-oh, it'll have to wait.
Hurry, Gulliver! General Snorkel's army is coming!
Uh-oh.
Oh, Father, Gulliver's trapped! You must do something!
I'm afraid there's nothing he can do, Folia.
There certainly is something I can do, and I'm going to do it. General Snorkel, in all the years I have been Director of Scientific Studies, I have never used my position to get my own way until now.
Wait just a minute there, Flim.
No, you wait just a minute there, Snorkel. This young man saved my daughter's life, and I'm not going to allow anyone to harm him. Now, I demand to have an audience with the king, or I will resign my post and you can answer to his highness.
Very well. Have it your own way, Doctor.
Yeah!
But if this giant should turn out to be a danger, you will find yourself in the deepest dungeon in the kingdom.
That's a chance I will gladly take.
Father!
Oh, Flim, darling, you were so brave, so forceful, so courageous.
I'm so proud of you, Father.
Oh, enough now. And you had better be a friendly giant or I'm in for a lot of trouble, Dr. Gulliver.
I think this is the start of a beautiful friendship.
Well, here's hoping you have a giant gift for seeing into the future.
This is quite a tale you've spun. It's hard to imagine a whole country filled with giants.
I am not concerned with the giants' country. I am worried about Lilliput. Your Highness, I believe that this giant is a threat to us.
He's caused no harm, though he could easily destroy this castle with his bare... Huh?
Bless you.
You see, I warned you the giant would attack us. Your Highness.
I'd hardly call a sneeze an attack. Although you might think to cover your mouth next time. You're a big fella. I expect you to have big manners.
I apologize most humbly, Your Highness.
I've decided that Gulliver's not dangerous.
No.
But I still must answer the question of what's to be done with you.
Your Highness, I am completely against this decision, sire.
So go polish some cannons or something, Snorkel. Dismissed! I've made a decision. You shall return to your homeland, Doctor. We shall build you a boat.
Why, thank you, Your Highness.
But you must do something for me in return, Gulliver. King Basil of a neighboring island has sent word threatening to invade us. So we must tell him that we have a giant.
And what will that do?
Then you'll meet and tell King Basil to leave us alone, or you will crush him.
But I'm only a scientist, Your Highness. I'm no warrior.
My boy, when one is as large as you, he is feared for size alone.
I'd like to sleep on this, Your Highness.
No, take your time. There's no rush. But the sooner you decide to help me, Doctor, the sooner I will decide to help you. And now, Dr. Flim, I'd like you all to leave me alone. I have much to contemplate. I must think of a reward for you. Go.
Yay!
That's for sure. You all know that I am loyal to the king, but this giant will be our ruin. He is no more than a beast, I tell you, and he's influenced our king. We must not let this happen. We must fight for the security of Lilliput. We must fight for the protection of our village, I tell you.
Hey, you think the king's crown's on too tight?
This beast is a menace, people, a threat to our very existence.
He seems kind. He has such a big, gentle smile. Oh, I agree. He looks so sweet. He's the handsomest giant you could ever dream of.
He won't look so handsome when he steals your food. He'll eat every bit of food on Lilliput in less than a month. We'll all starve.
What are we gonna do? Hey, Snorkel, don't get so worked up about it. Give your throat a breather, son.
Gulliver likes you, Flim. You must convince him to go along with the king's wishes.
It's your duty as a Lilliputian, Father.
Forget duty, child. You heard what the king said, Folia. There's a reward. Don't mess this up. Count Flim, my lord, please. Everyone will want to shake your hand, dear.
But I'd be asking Gulliver to threaten a neighboring island, and you know how I feel about war, Fosla.
There's going to be a war in this house if you don't do as I say.
Easy, my pet, now easy.
There'll be so many nice things you can buy for us. Oh, I just can't wait to be a fancy lady.
If your heart is set on it that much, perhaps I shall go speak to Gulliver about the matter in the morning.
You'll go speak to him now. Go make up his mind for him. Do you hear me, Flim?
Please, Daddy.
Go.
War is against all I believe in, Gulliver, but the king's plan may be the only way to bring peace to the two islands. And it's the only way to get your boat.
Tell me what the real reason is for wanting me to do what the king asks.
I want you to take me with you when you sail from Lilliput. All right?
But you have your family here in Lilliput, Flim.
But it's a family of monsters, Gulliver.
Come on.
Do you know what it's like being in the house with those two? It's a wonder I'm not a babbling lunatic by now.
But they're your family, Flim. Don't your wife and daughter need you?
Ah, Fosla will find another husband, and Folia a husband of her own to be miserable with. We both need to get out of Lilliput, Gulliver.
Maybe you're right about this, Flim. All right, in the morning, I'll tell the king he can send the message that he has a giant.
Excellent news, Gulliver. I will have the message sent to King Basil immediately.
Huh? Oh.
What just happened?
Well,
What do you know about this?
allow me to apologize, Your Highness, but I'm afraid my stomach is gurgling.
Ah, you've been on our island a full day without food? Dr. Flim, I believe you should handle the matter of feeding our giant friend.
I'll get started on the project immediately, sire.
Great.
And what a project it was. Flim got to work right away, employing the help of dozens of Lilliputians willing to chip in and make the biggest meal they'd ever cooked up in their tiny lives. Did they work? And for what seemed like an eternity, at least to my grumbling stomach. It didn't take as long as it took to build the pyramids. But the Egyptians couldn't have worked any harder than these little folks. Transporting the ingredients to make the loaves of bread alone was as grueling for the Lilliputians as hauling bricks through the desert. I'm not sure how Flim got them to agree to the mighty task, but I guess it isn't every day you have a giant land on your doorstep in need of a meal. And those ovens. Flim wasn't a cooking scientist, but he designed some elaborate equipment. Now that's what I call baking.
All right, ladies, they're in there.
You can count on us, Jake.
Talk about milking cows. I don't know how many of those little heifers it took to contribute 1 mug of milk for my lunch, but I know it was a lot.
Here comes the food train.
Hey, ladies, load it in there.
Spaghetti loaded.
How many berries does it take to fill a giant? Flim knows.
We will load the train now for its final departure, and I thank you all for your help in the name of His Highness the King. Luncheon is served.
Oh. Oh my. This looks delicious, and I'm about as hungry as I've ever been, Flim. Mmm. Wow, that was great. Thanks.
I'm glad to see our work so well received.
It certainly is, and I'm quite full now.
I tell you, Your Highness, the people will not stand for this much longer. The farmers are up in arms because of all the food the giant has eaten, and half the water in our reservoir's gone after the bath he took. I fear there will be a revolt, Your Highness.
But Snorkel, if the giant can bring about peace between the two islands, then we must. What's this?
Your Majesty, I, your faithful footman Nurk, am bringing you back a message from King Basil.
What is this?
Well, sorry, Your Majesty, but when King Basil read that you have a giant here on Lilliput...
He sends word that they have their own giant. Impossible!
Could it be possible they're bluffing, sire?
Oh, no! How can that be when they say their giant will attack tomorrow at the shores of Lilliput? General Snorkel, I am making Gulliver a citizen and a private in the army. He is under your command.
Sire!
General, does this mean I have to fight someone?
That is right. It is your duty to Lilliput, Private Gulliver.
Huh? Oh.
Dr. Flim, I was wrong about not wanting the giant on Lilliput. He is our only hope. I suggest that you work on his armor.
Yes, sir. Oh.
But Flim, you promised.
I'm sorry, Gulliver, but this is war.
And so, before the fine citizens of Lilliput were rested from making me supper, they found themselves slaving once again. This time to make what I'd need to protect their homes and families from their neighbor's giant.
Take her up!
More rivets on those breastplates. Gulliver will need all the protection he can get. Hiya, Nurk, how's it coming?
Well, Dr. Flim, I followed your instructions just like you said. I followed your drawing, but I couldn't figure out what the gizmo is.
Soon enough, Nurk. Soon enough.
You are the hope of Lilliput, Gulliver. Only through you might we see our way out of this giant mess, and that's the only way you're going to get yourself a boat. You are the hope of Lilliput, and we know you won't let us down. Now, let me down. Come on now, I order you to let me down. Are you trying to make a laughing stock out of me, son? Let me down!
I can't bend, sire.
Oh my, here comes their giant now! Out there, look!
How do I get down from here? I've got to get down!
What's going on out there?
You've got to win this war for us today, Gulliver. Remember, your boat depends on it.
I'll give it my best.
And so it began. I approached my enemy, even though I didn't know exactly who my enemy was, or frankly, why I had to fight him.
Maybe I can outflank him.
We must maintain a clear position on him. We're almost there.
Huh?
Okay, I've got them in my sights. Set our course directly for the giants again, Nurk. According to the wind velocity, the distance to the approaching giants, and my speed calculations, the right time is now. Uh-oh. According to this, all calculations cannot be calculated properly.
So what does that mean now that you've launched the thing?
Well, it means we just have to hope I did something right. Bullseye with the barrel blinder!
He's stuck in there. You gotta get him out. Hang in there. Raphael?
Dr. Gulliver, it's you? Yep, upside down again.
Raphael!
Oh, it's good to see you.
Gosh, if I knew it was you, I never would have agreed to fight, but their king promised to build me a boat if I fought their giant. Hey, what's so funny about that, Dr. Gulliver,
Tell you about it later. Come on, we'll build our own boat. And call me Gulliver. Hey, Flim, I want you to meet my friend Raphael. Raphael? Flim!
Huh?
It wasn't bad enough when we had one giant. Now we have two.
I must agree with General Snorkel here, Flim. It has become impossible now. The two of them are eating everything in sight.
You must understand, Your Highness, that to them, with the difference in proportions, they're eating very little food.
I don't care about the giants. I care about the people. This whole idea of yours has brought nothing but disgrace. You're no longer director of science. You're no longer director of anything. Now get out of my palace, Flim!
Yes, sire.
Don't yes, sire me. Don't no sire me. Just get out.
Ow! Oh.
We're a complete disgrace. I have no friends. Everyone blames us because they're running out of food.
Well, they may be running out of food, but we're running out of money.
Now, I know it's bad, but it certainly could be worse. Although I admit at this moment I don't know how. Huh? Huh? Fosla, I'm so sorry.
Sorry, you don't know the meaning of sorry. I'll give you sorry. Sorry is you poor excuse of a...
Easy, dear. If you lose your temper, then you'll lose your voice and you won't be able to yell at me.
Ah! I'll always be able to yell at you. But I won't be a duchess or any title. I'll be a laughingstock.
Who cares about a title? What about all the ball gowns you promised me? I want them. I want them.
You have to do something about this, Flim.
I need some time to think. Yes, I have to get away right now. I'm going to take some time away and figure out what to do about all this. Bye!
Oh!
Sometimes a man has got to do what a man has got to do, and I gotta get out of here. Goodbye!
There. I never thought I'd have to build my own boat, Raphael. But look, it's great! And I never could have gotten the job done without you. You're a barrel of fun on the job, my friend.
Hey, where are you going?
I just have this funny feeling. I don't know. Huh? Flynn, wake up.
Oh, where's the fire? Did somebody call a scientist?
Hey there, Flynn, what's going on? What are you doing in there?
Where else? Where else can one go when no one else wants them? My own king has banished me, my neighbors, my family. My dog would have banished me too, but Fosla never allowed pets.
Well, you're allowed here. Remember, that was part of the deal from the beginning, Flynn. You know, we're partners in this, Doctor. You saved my life. You were good to me. Now, if you feel you really have to leave, Lilliput, you can come with us. Come on, Raphael, let's get our new boat in the water. What do you say?
Yay! You won't regret this decision, Gulliver, not for 1 minute. I assure you, I can be an enormous help in a boat. You already know what I can do with those barrels, Raphael. If you like the armor I designed for you, Gulliver, you can't imagine the things I'll come up with. I'll be wonderful. Why, the three of us? Well, wowzer, what a team!
Go!
What a team!
Well, we're quite a ways from Lilliput now, Flynn. Do you miss your family yet?
How can I possibly miss those two women after all the trouble they've caused me? Well, I guess I wonder if they're all right.
Mm-hmm.
After all, they're my family. I guess I do miss them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Hey, Honey Bunch, didn't you forget someone?
Fosla!
Who are you expecting? The king? Of course it's me, and Folia.
Oh, Mother, I knew he'd be glad to see us.
No, this can't be. I must be dreaming or the sea air is getting to me. Wah!
Pumpkin!
Daddy!
Wah!
This is so exciting, Daddy! We're going to travel all over the world and have wonderful adventures and we'll never be separated again!
And so we started on a new adventure. Quite a crew, wouldn't you say?